It's 3 weeks in the future, and it's the post-apocalypse. Everyone has two swords, and it's time to sword fight. This is Two Freakin' Swords. I'm Mike Murphy of the Brothers Murph, and I am here with Board Game Geek, and as you can see, I have 0 swords in my hands, and that's about 2 swords too few, so let's go ahead and get this game down to the table to go a little more in focus on Two Freakin' Swords. Two Freakin' Swords is a card dueling game where players will be playing cards to their left and right to represent what they are doing with their swords in their left and right hand respectively. There are defense cards such as Block and Parry which help against striking cards such as Strike and Fake. Players are trying to outwit their opponents, guessing as to what they will play to land hits. When a player is struck, they lose a hit point and make a note on their character sheet of the loss of health. Each round, players will use cards from their hand of 4. Players will play 1 card to their left hand and 1 card to their right hand. Players with an aggression coin on an arm place a card by the coin with the indicator side facing up, showing if it's a striking or defending card. Next, players play cards to all other arms. A player's right arm attacks their opponent's left arm and vice versa. Once all cards have been played to the table, players reveal the cards and compare them to see if hits were landed. If a left and right arm each play a strike card respectively, for example, both players score hits on the other. But if one player played a strike and the defending arm played a block, that strike is nullified and no hit is scored. The defender could even parry a strike to turn someone's attack against them, and the defender can score a hit. If the attacker senses that the defending arm is going to parry, they could instead fake and expose a weakness to gain a hit against their opponent. When a player successfully uses a strike card to gain a hit, the arm that was hit gains an aggression coin. If a player has 2 arms with aggression coins, they can perform a lunge attack and use both cards to attack one of their opponent's arms. The opponent could possibly defend against one of the cards, but will be left vulnerable to the second card's effect. Players must be careful using their cards to try to get the maximum effect of what they play. Players can play in one-on-one duels or in brawls of 3 or more players where a player's right arm plays against the left arm of their opponent sitting to their right, while their left hand deals to the opponent to their left. Players will continue to use their cards round after round until one opponent has lost all 5 of their hit points. The losing player must tear up their character card and create a new one. The winner of the duel gains 1 hit point, so in future battles they are harder to take down. Players can use the engagement grid as reference for how cards play or parry off each other, and the last sword fighter standing wins. Two Freakin' Swords takes all the fun of a sword fight and adds in an element of danger by making it a card game. A well-timed fake can counter a player's parry, but if they decide to strike when you fake, you leave yourself open to be hit, and mistakes tend to last when you involve swords, so make sure you feel confident in the cards that you've played. And if you'd like to learn more about Two Freakin' Swords, be sure to check out its page at BoardGameGeek.com. And until next time, I'm Mike Murphy, I've been here with Board Game Geek, and we've been going in focus on Two Freakin' Swords. Have a great day.